Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Today, once again, I'm going to take 12 CDs out of my collection without knowing what they are, and then I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite and do a little mini review for each CD. Now the only thing is, if it's like a greatest hits CD, I'll pick something else out of the, and live albums too, so just studio albums. Here we go. One, two, three, I know that's the Clash, the case. One, two, three, four. A guy out there walking, getting exercise. What an idiot. Okay. Five, six, seven, eight, go way down here, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So here we go. What did I pick? I don't know. Oh, Beatles related right away. Paul McCartney and Wings, Venus and Mars. So I can't do this one. That's Three Dog Night's greatest hits. So I'll choose another one. Neil Young and Crazy Horse, Zuma. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Yay! It sparks! Propaganda. Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue. Queen, Made in Heaven. Monks, Black Monk Time. Blue Oyster Cult, their latest album from a couple of years ago, The Symbol Remains. David Bowie, I didn't pick a good one, Tonight. The band Cahoots, I have the remixed version, Sorry for the Light. And, ooh, another David Bowie, Diamond Dogs, that's a better one. So I need to pick up one more CD to replace Three Dog Night. David Bowie Stage. Okay. Try the next row here. Elvis Costello, Punch the Clock. Now to rank and review them. Venus and Mars are alright tonight. Thank you. So that took me probably less than 2 minutes to rank. It wasn't too difficult this time. Number 12, my least favorite out of these 12 CDs. I never play it. I don't know. When I ranked and reviewed the band, you know, I had to listen to the whole discography, and I think this was at the bottom. It's Queen, or close to the bottom, Queen, Made in Heaven. This was, released after Freddie Mercury's passing, and I just think they should have ended it with Innuendo because that was such a superb album. But I also see, that Freddie Mercury had laid down some vocals and maybe he wanted this, released. Yeah, I know, but it's, the few times I played it, it's just never interested me that much. But I will say this, Queen 2, I'm starting to really finally appreciate, except for the muddy production. I wish it was produced better. I know. Okay, number 11. Number 11 is Elvis Costello, Punch the Clock. This was around the time his album started to get a little weaker. And I totally lost interest in him. The last album of his that I bought was Spike. And, no, Mighty Like a Rose. That's the one, that was when, okay, I'm done with him. But I started to buy his albums again, even later ones, which are very good, actually. This one's okay. I love Let Them All Talk, and Every Day I Write the Book. It's excellent. I love that. The Greatest Thing. It's got some good songs, but just, in shipbuilding. But overall, it's just a good Elvis Costello album. Nothing great. Number 10 is David Bowie's Tonight. It's actually, once again, I ranked and reviewed all of his albums. And so, it was near the bottom of his ranking, but it's still a good album. I think it's kind of underrated. Loving the Alien is superb. God Only Knows. Some people put that song down, like his cover version of God Only Knows. And I really like it. It's not, of course, it doesn't match the Beach Boys version that's on Pet Sounds. I love Pet Sounds now. And Blue Jean, of course. It's got some weaker tracks, Dancing with the Big Boys and whatever, but it's still a good album overall. Not bad. Number 9. Now, all of these are really good albums, but I had to rank them. Number 9 is Monk's Black Monk Time. This is from, I believe this was recorded in, was it 1966? Way ahead of its time. It's like, some of it is almost punk rockish. It's just, if you haven't heard this album, I highly recommend you check it out on Spotify. Yeah, there's a banjo. They use a banjo as one of the instruments in this. I'm not a big fan of the banjo, but it works with this. Excellent. Number 8 would probably be a little higher for some of you out there. I like it, but I don't play it that often. There's other albums by Neil Young I like more. This is Zuma. Yeah, very good album. Cortez the Killer, of course. Don't Cry No Tears, Danger Bird, Barstool Blues. It's just me, it's weird. I know this is a better album than maybe Trans and Landing on Water, but I'd rather listen to those than this. Number 7, a very underrated Rolling Stones album, Emotional Rescue. I finally realized it over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, playing it one time. It's like, you know what? This is actually a really good album. Yeah, Summer Romance, Send It To Me, Where the Boys Go, Emotional Rescue, She's So Cold, and one of my favorite Rolling Stones songs by Keith Richards, All About You. Love it. Number 6, this took me by surprise because when I bought it, I was thinking, okay, I've got their whole discography, but they're you know, their best years are behind them for making studio albums. But I was wrong. The Symbol Remains is an excellent Blue Oyster Cult album. I was really impressed with it. I would say the only negative about it is it's too long, like so many albums where they just put too many songs on the album. It should be like a nice 40-minute, 45-minute album. And this is like, I think, over an hour. But it's all great. Yeah, I'm going to stay with my ranking, but all of these are so good. Number 5, I'm sad to say, no, I'm not sad to say, because like I said, all of these are excellent. David Bowie, Diamond Dogs at number 5. I love it's like there's this dirtiness to it. Kind of hard to explain, but, and creepy or whatever, but love it. And the piano work by Mike Garson. Is it Mike Garson? Love his piano work on this and other albums. Number 4. When I first bought this in the early 70s, I think I loved the first couple of songs, then the rest of it was kind of mediocre. But through the years, especially the last 5 years or so, and then the remix of it, it's my favorite album by the band, Cahoots. I feel it's very, very underrated. Yeah, Life is a Carnival, When I Paint My Masterpiece, and then 4% Pantomime with Van Morrison. So good. And then classics like the River Hymn that people don't seem to talk about. Cahoots. Number 3, this. Once again, I think I love this more than I used to. Like, I've always loved it, but I think I love it more than I used to. Paul McCartney and Wings, Venus and Mars. It's as good as Band on the Run. Rock Show, Love and Song, just such variety in the music. But that's, you know, that's Paul McCartney. And the band, of course. I have the box set for this too. I should do a giveaway contest for this. It's the it's the 2 CD with bonus tracks, Junior's Farm and Sally G, My Carnival. Yeah. Excellent. So 2 and 1 are Sparks Propaganda and Frank Zappa Hot Rats. I had to make sure. I played both of these so much in my life. Number 2 is Frank Zappa Hot Rats with a special appearance by Captain Beefheart on Willie the Pimp, which includes one of my all-time favorite guitar solos by Frank Zappa. If you love guitar and you've never heard Willie the Pimp, check it out. But this is mostly instrumental, and it's like jazz rock, and this is what got me into appreciating outside of your typical prog rock and classic rock. Hot Rats. I also love the Grand Wazoo too. Number 1, Sparks Propaganda. Yeah, it might be my favorite Sparks album. Just the lyrics alone by Ron Mael. Don't leave me alone with her. Something for the girl with everything. Never turn your back on Mother Earth. At home, at work, at play. Great band too, and yeah, Propaganda by Sparks is number 1. And that is it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our video tomorrow. Glenn Kellaway from the Basement and I review and rank some albums we took from each other's collection. Bye. Oh, and check out my Patreon.